Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Hormone Reset Challenge. We are so excited to have you on board. I am Serena Coventry, clinical nutritionist and EFT tapping practitioner and one of the team here at Seed Cycle. And I'm super excited to bring you a little bit more about mindful eating on day 2. So you would have received an email with a little bit of information about what mindful eating is. And I think it's something that we often forget about because we're so busy, we're always on the go, we're eating in the car, especially if we are busy mums. It is tricky to have that time and that space for yourself. So hopefully after this little video, you will get the opportunity to carve out, 5-10 minutes of your day so that you can engage in mindful eating. So what mindful eating is when you're eating food, you're taking the time to be really present and to sit with your food. Now, I know, as I mentioned, we're usually on the way to work, we're usually driving, we're usually busy, we have our phones, we have our computers, we have our TVs. And what is happening is that when we are sitting down to eat, often our nervous system stays in this fight or flight mode. So it's kind of in this perpetual go, almost like survival mode. So what happens when we are eating is that our body hasn't had a chance to sit down and consciously be aware that we are about to eat food. So it doesn't produce the same salivary enzymes that help to break down the food. Our stomach digestive acids aren't being produced so that when that food enters our belly, it's able to be broken down and to absorb all those really yummy nutrients, which are important for the building blocks and the foundations of our hormones. So when we do take that time to really sit and be present and mindful with our food, our body kind of has this awareness that we are about to eat, and it can start doing all of those bodily functions that are going to help us to absorb the most nutrients from those foods and enjoy them. So in terms of mindful eating, it's not just so that we can absorb all the nutrients, but also really improves our relationship with ourself and our body. So when you're sitting down and you're present with your food, you're sending your body kind of this signal that it can calm and go into that rest and digest state. And you're able to really connect with the food. You're able to connect with your body and those hunger cues. When you're eating and you're being present, you're also able to acknowledge and feel into when you're actually full and satiated. I know for me, a lot of the time, if I've eaten in front of the TV or I've eaten on the go or in the car, I can kind of be mindlessly scoffing my face, and then before I realize that I'm full, it's like I realize that the packet or the meal or whatever it was that I was eating is done. So it's a really great way to bring more awareness to your body and when you're hungry, when you're full, and really strengthen that relationship and that connection with your body, which a lot of us have kind of lost. Another really great important reason to include more mindful eating is that there are a lot of research studies that show people with IBS or digestive problems sitting down and taking that time to breathe, to sit, to connect with your food and to really be present actually can reduce a lot of those symptoms. And it comes back to, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, that when we are sitting, our body is getting ready to eat. Your saliva is going, your digestive acids are going, your body is not in this kind of tight, constricted place that it might be if you're stressed and eating on the go. You're able to sit and you're able to relax. So before I get into the top tip for the week, I encourage you to start reflecting on how you eat, how you sit down to your meal times. Are they standing? Are you sitting? Do you have a designated area that you eat in the house? Are you eating on the floor? Are you sitting on the kitchen bench? Just kind of start reflecting on the way that you engage with food and what that looks like, and see if today or in the coming days you can start to take the time to carve out space around meal time. So to switch off distractions such as a TV or looking at your phone. If you have a family, trying to create presence around the dinner table with the family, so getting everyone together, and rather than having the TV on in the background, discussing your day, being really present with your food. And this also enhances your enjoyment of the food so much more. So if you have the tendencies to binge or to overeat, being quite mindful and present with your food allows you to really engage with your senses and really enjoy the taste of that food whilst you're eating it. So your activity for the day is at some stage today to take your seed cycle snack, whether that is a brownie that you've cooked up or one of the cookies, depending on which phase of your cycle that you're in, or the seed cycle mix, maybe you've mixed it with some yogurt, and to mindfully eat it. So when you sit down with, let's say, that brownie, sit down, how does it feel in your hands? What is the texture? What does it smell like? Bring it to your nose and smell it. When you're taking a bite, what does it taste like? When you're looking at it, what does it look like? Does it look delicious? Are you salivating? Really hone in on those senses and slowly chew it, what it feels like in your mouth, what it feels like swallowing it, how you feel eating it, the sensations and the joy and the emotions that it might bring you. Really tuning into all of those, and I can almost guarantee that it is going to completely up level your eating experience. So engage in mindfulness eating where you can and enjoy that seed cycle snack. We will chat to you soon.